Hey guys, editing Ollie here, and you'll be seeing this on the 4th of October, which is the day I'm recording this. And the review you'll be seeing for obviously Peacemaker, season 2, episode 6. I recorded that bit 5 days ago on the 29th of September, and again it's the 4th of October when you're seeing this. Should be seeing this. So the lack of uploads is due to me being back at university, but also I had some family personal things to attend to. There's a lot going on this week, and especially the end of last week. So I've just not been able to dedicate any time to YouTube. So apologies, but hopefully you understand that. And yeah, hopefully we should be getting, well, once I get this review up, again, hopefully the day I'm recording this bit here, um, hopefully later on I'll record my episode 7 review for Peacemaker, but can't guarantee it. And then tomorrow, if I can, I'm meeting NerdTube, since I think it was since Fantastic Four, which was like what, end of July, announced the beginning of October, so it's been a while since I've seen him, so it's going to be cool meeting up with him. I'm not going to tell you what film it is, you'll see on the day, if I do end up uploading that review on the day, but we'll see. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review for episode 6 Peacemaker, season 2, and hopefully after this I will record my review for episode 7. I haven't watched episode yet, I haven't seen episode 7 yet, as of yet. But again, fingers crossed I can do it later on. But if not, then I'll try and get it up as soon as possible. So yeah. All right, let's get on to the video. Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝕼𝕧𝕚𝕚, and today we are back with a weekly episode review for Peacemaker season 2, and of course this is episode 6, titled "Ignorance is Chris." And this is weird because well, one, it's weird because I'm recording this a day later than usual, because I usually record these episodes on a Friday, not a Saturday, which is the day I'm recording this, on Saturday. Because on Fridays in the UK is when the episodes release. It releases in the US on Thursdays because of HBO Max, but it's different here. But anyway, because of the time zone and everything, the time zone difference. But I did say in my episode 5 review last week that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make a video on at least Friday and hopefully maybe the Saturday, which also I am now. But luckily, because obviously I'm going to university now, I did say in the episode 5 review that this week I went back to university to do my degree, film degree, and I wasn't sure if I was going to stick to that same schedule of doing it on every Friday. It looked like it could happen from next week, but this week I was actually, since seeing my timetable being that I was free on Friday afternoon, well, for the whole day really, but on Fridays I still go into university, but I get back in the afternoon earlier than usual every day. So unfortunately though, yesterday I got a message from my family, and it's an important matter that I won't get into here, but I wasn't able to record it yesterday, and obviously family comes first, as a lot of you know, hopefully everyone knows and understands, so I had to sort that out, but I'm here now, a day later, which is actually the day that I knew I was going to be able to do, but hopefully from next week and the week after, which is episode 7 and 8, the last 2 episodes after this, hopefully it will be a Friday, but obviously I can't guarantee it, but fingers crossed, the next 2 Fridays I'll hopefully be able to post episode 7 and 8 then. But regarding episode 6, you're seeing this either on the Saturday, which is when I'm recording it, or the day after on the Sunday, so yeah. So anyway, episode 6 of Peacemaker. This is kind of the pinnacle episode really, because obviously things has taken a turn in things took a turn in episode 5, obviously at the end, spoiler alert, that Peacemaker decided to go to the other dimension for good, because you know, obviously he wasn't happy with the OG dimension, and you know, he just wanted to move on, despite obviously liking, you know, many of the people that he met, obviously, and you know, had become friends with. Obviously Danielle Brooks's character, Adrian. He also liked John, obviously John Economos, eventually, and then obviously the difficult relationship with Amelia Harcourt, which is why obviously that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get into the other dimension, because the other Amelia actually likes him. But also everyone, well, actually I should say everyone loves him, pretty much, almost, like the public. So yeah, so obviously he went there for good. He obviously wanted to spend time with his father, his nice dad, and obviously his now adult brother, Keith. So it's understandable, but it's just going to be like, what's going to happen now? I mean, obviously at the very end of the episode, obviously we saw that Amelia and John and Adrian and again Daniel, I keep forgetting Daniel Brooks' character's name, but yeah, they're basically going to try and get him back somehow. I don't know how, but that's kind of where it ended. You don't actually see how they go back, but that's probably what we're going to be seeing this episode. So I'm excited. This is probably the most excited that I've been, arguably. Like, obviously with a cliffhanger, like, well, not really a cliffhanger, but when the episode ended last week, it was like, oh shit, what's going to happen now? So yeah, what else? I don't think there's anything else to talk about beforehand, but I'm looking forward to it. I did get a message from Rusty saying that he's watched episode 6 already, and he said it's very good, and obviously I believe him. But well, I should say I trust him, because obviously he's been really enjoying the season so far. He's actually saying that he's enjoying it more than the first season, sorry. And obviously I'm going to discuss my thoughts on it when I try and do a full review on this. I do really wish I revisited season 1 before checking out this, but obviously I was a bit late to the party, so I ended up just not doing that. But I do have season 1 on Blu-ray, if you didn't know. So yeah, let's get straight into episode 6. I'm going to watch it and then of course give you my afterthoughts. See you then. Oh my god. This was fucking crazy. Well, spoilers ahead. Definitely not doing spoiler-free stuff, so spoilers. Finally found out the you know, the kind of secret behind the other dimension, because a lot of us were kind of like, this dimension's too good to be true, right? And, you know, while I've had that in the back of my head, I've never actually said to you guys that I've always had a suspicion of it. But I have always had a suspicion of it, but I've just never brought it up in the other reviews. At least I don't think I remember I have. But anyway, thought I'd say it now. But yeah, Nazis? Some kind of Nazis, anyway. Because of the little American flag with the, instead of the stars, it's a Nazi symbol, whatever it's called. Yeah, racial minorities as well. Which I didn't really notice, like the difference of colour in people, like races, different races, especially black people in this dimension. And I'm like, okay, makes sense now, because I didn't notice it during the other episodes when we're in the other dimension. But yeah, so it kind of makes a little bit more sense now. But goddamn, obviously Danielle Brooks, his character, obviously when she's out in the other dimension, she's walking outside and stuff, walking down the road, and when people start noticing her, they kind of give her a dirty look, and you're like, okay. And then even more people are looking out, and they're stood outside their houses, because first it was a woman in her car, and she gave her a dirty look, and then there are like people coming out of their houses and looking, and just like, oh, a black, and I'm like, excuse me. I'm just like, what? And then Keith comes by in his truck or car or whatever, and that's when she shouts and says that, and then they run towards her, and then she runs and says, oh, what the fuck? And then, that's when it ends, really. That's when it cuts off, and yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I so far, this is episode 7 is going to be the most anticipated episodes of this season so far. So because it's like we kind of found out, we've got an inkling of what's happening, but it's like why, and we want more context behind it, because like, gee, what? Wow. So also Adrian, Vigilante, aka Vigilante, he obviously in the last episode he was so desperate. Well, since obviously finding out that there was another dimension, he was so desperate to know if there was going to be another him in there, and he obviously does he ends up finding him. He goes in his house and he goes in his basement, and it is obviously different to the one from the OG world, because in the OG world there's a bunch of drugs and money, stacks of money and stacks of drugs everywhere, whereas in the new one it's not. It's normal. It's like tools and stuff on the shelves and stuff. And then at first you think that the other Adrian is different. He's acting really serious, and you're like, oh, a different Adrian. And then immediately when our Adrian, the OG Adrian, obviously admits who he is and where he's from, he kind of goes like, no way. And then you're like, oh, it's kind of like a kind of foreseeing, kind of like, trying to trick us, I guess, in a way, that he's very different to our Adrian, but he isn't really. Well, the only difference is, obviously, he's like, oh, what's your favourite colour? Is it teal? And he's like, yeah. That's what, obviously, from the first season, then you knew that. But one of the things that's different from the two Adrians is that the new Adrian hates Peacemaker in this dimension. Not obviously our Peacemaker, but the one that our Peacemaker killed, the second one. Yeah, I was like, obviously Peacemaker and Adrian in the OG dimension are best friends, BFFs. And the new Adrian is like, he joined some group. I forgot what it's called now. Was it the Sons of... Not the Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Liberty. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, we're going to find that out next episode, or at least I hope so. Or at least, at the very most, by the end of the season, in the finale of episode 8, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of questions that I want answered by the end of the season. But yeah, obviously, a lot of like crossovers, like obviously other characters meet each other, obviously other than Adrian, but obviously Amelia, like even Keith notices something odd about her, because obviously both Amelias are so different from each other, and even appearance wise, like her wearing all black, like as he says, because obviously she wears any colour other than black, I guess, in the new dimension. But anyway, yeah, this could be a top contender as my favourite episode in this season so far. Yeah, it's just a finding we were actually seeing things come together, and we're actually finally finding out what's really going on in this new dimension. And I'm sure we're going to get, obviously, more answers in the next episode, or at least at the very most episode 8. But yeah, annoyingly, one thing that I knew that I got spoiled by on Instagram, Lex Luthor, obviously Nicholas Hoult, he was obviously in Superman. He makes an appearance in the prison or jail, whatever, because obviously Rick Flag Sr. is trying to recruit him so that so that Lex can help him track the portal thing for the door. And now Lex is on his side, on Argus' side, basically, to try and help hunt down Peacemaker. Yeah, this is probably the craziest episode by far. And I thought was episode 2 or 3, the one where Chris and Amelia are sitting down on the bench, and then those terrorists come in. Like that's probably the second most craziest episode after this one now. But that episode I thought was quite good, and crazy. But this is probably the craziest one. Yeah, this is probably the episode that I've enjoyed the most, I would say, so far. Not to dumb down the other episodes, of course, because the other episodes are great, but this one had the most oomph to it. Like, we got answers to things that we wanted to know. Obviously, more we'll get to in episode 7 and 8, I'm sure. And some great appearances. Obviously, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, who I think was really good in Superman. And obviously got more of him, and we'll probably get more of him either in episode 7 or 8. And see where his character goes as well. Yeah, because obviously we got the announcement of Man of Tomorrow, the next Superman film, because we saw some like concept art of Superman and Lex together, and Lex was in his big green suit, mechanical suit, I think. I don't know too much about Lex, but I know that in the comics and some of the Lego games, he has that green suit on. So that was cool seeing that. So we might see like a tease at the very end, maybe, of this season of that, maybe. Probably not, because obviously it is Peacemaker's show. But anyway, but yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened in this episode, or occurred in this episode. And yeah, I'm happy. I know, obviously, the thumbnail, by the way, my face in the thumbnail probably caught you off guard, because obviously all the other thumbnails, my face is like, all like, you know, really expressive, happy. But I wanted to have a little bit of something different than just, or something like that. But I just thought a different expression would be good, but, you know, but it's definitely a 2 thumbs up for me, this episode. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. I'm just looking forward to episode 7 and 8 as well, of course. So I can't believe we're almost near the end of this season. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I don't want to say it until I finish watching the last episode. But anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. Very good. Yeah, man, I can't wait for episode 7 now. Well, I want to see it now. Yeah, anyway, this is probably the most eager I've been for watching a next episode. Like, the other ones I could have waited. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll wait. But now I'm like, I want to know what happens. Like, come on. But yeah, anyway, that's the whole thing of waiting a week for the next episode. That's them being like, yep, stay subscribed to our streaming service. But anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of episode 6 of Peacemaker. You can let me know next week what you thought of episode 7, but episode 6, let me know what you guys thought. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And yeah, if you could give it a rating, let me know what you would rate it out of 10. And yeah, gotta wait now a week for episode 7. Alright, in the meantime, I don't know what will be out next for videos, because obviously I'm at uni now and I've got less time to do videos. It is looking likely it's going to be episode 7 review for this. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.